night. Rosie spent the night in the clinic, and we did the mineral oil, and she got put in a stall where they have cameras and could monitor her all night. And then this morning we're going to be doing a this morning they're going to be doing a scope to check for gastric ulcers. So that's going to be really interesting to watch. And we're hoping that the mineral oil from last night kind of pushed everything out, because there was something, there was stuff in her stomach just sitting there. So hopefully that's all pushed out and we're good to go. All the big ones are like, oh, look at that cute little thing. Oh, wow.
You're going. Yeah, go ahead. So that's her throat right there.
Do you mind if I put the camera on that?
No, no problem. And then we have a video of that too. So that's where the air goes when she breathes, and the food goes up here.
Is that flap right there? What is that?
Pull back a little bit.
Yeah.
That's the epiglottis.
Let's see.
So I think my mare has one that thing inhibits her breathing.
Right. The most common is these guys here, the arytenoids. This one being the lazy one. They tend the roarers. They have the lazy arytenoid. And instead of opening like that beautifully, they don't go up. We're going to go in now and try. So she will need to swallow the tube. Hopefully she will. Yeah. All right, perfect. We can keep going. So we're now in the esophagus. The light's pretty bright for this, but I won't change. It's just a long tube down the esophagus, down to the stomach. All right. Should be in or very close. Just right.
That's perfect.
Yeah, it should be empty. And a little bit more. Perfect. All right. So they have two linings. It's normal to have this different in color. She does have ulcers already.
Oh.
So see these little guys here?
Yeah.
So that lining here should be all throughout looking like that. When it meets the other lining, it should be like this, crisp, nothing, no lesions. And then you go here and you see it's a mild area, but it is definitely ulcers there. And here one a little bit deeper, just tiny but deeper one. So there's more to see.
Those small ulcers cause that much pain?
It's hard to say. It's unfortunate not that clear cut, because sometimes you do have ulcers that don't look that bad and the horse is colicking. Unfortunately, you have to be sure that you root out everything else that can cause colic. We're gonna go try to keep going. Keep going. That's good. So see up here, that's the scope coming in the stomach.
Okay.
Tell you.
Yep.
That doesn't belong.
Yeah. It's like, what is that for an object?
Yeah. So we're going like, and we're gonna go in there, which is towards the exit. So if that's all we find for her, I doubt that that's causing colic.
Okay.
All right, let's see if we can go in. Keep going. Almost there, pretty girl. Beautiful. All right, and that's the exit of the stomach. So you see a hole soon when the stomach moves. See, there's a little bit of, oh my goodness, bubble. Get out of the screen. So see, there's a hole right there. It's gonna be, it's gonna show up soon. She does have a little bit of reddening around, so see, go in a little bit. Let's see if we can. Perfect. That's good. So that hole right there is where the small intestine
Okay.
start. So that's the exit. And we should be moving like that. She does have, see how everything is red, like
Yeah.
around that? There's no ulcers there, but it's definitely irritation, some inflammation there. And that we will need to treat as well. But not terrible. Does explain her episodes or her lack of appetite, potentially.
Okay.
But it could have been a secondary or just another issue. She had an infection and that. But these will heal fine. You can tell that the mucosa itself, the lining is not defected. There's no defect.
Okay.
It's just inflamed.
Okay.
Ulcers are when that lining is get really defected. Has a defect and then things. Yeah.
So, what would cause a mini who has a pretty
it's
low
a
stress
very
life,
common question.
not much, feed,
Pretty good.
and she's almost, she'll be 7 in 6 months. What would
That
cause
might
that?
be chronic pain or some, they can form pretty fast. So
Okay.
could be related to this episode now
Okay.
of potential an impaction or something. And then
Okay.
if you have a mild, even if it's mild pain, but on top of that, she's on Banamine, on top of that,
Yeah.
she's not eating properly.
Okay.
Those are risk factors for
Okay.
ulcers. So in her case, I believe, especially these guys, they are a result of whatever you experience now, and not the cause. The other ones on the other portion of the stomach, they're a little trickier to understand,
Okay.
but it might be as well. So I don't necessarily believe this is primary.
Okay.
It's not helping her case right now, right? Because if it hurts,
Yeah.
these will heal very fast.
Okay.
They are not that deep. They are very localized, about grade 2 tops, and with acid suppression, she'll be fine. Go back a little bit, which will be the mainstay of the treatment.
Okay.
We'll acid suppress her stomach. Just want to make sure I don't lose this. Go in a touch. That's good. This area down here. There's hyperkeratosis there, so I just want to make sure I'm not missing it in that ulcer. No, it's basically just hyperkeratosis. Such a tiny stomach. Oh my goodness.
And she's like one of the more empty ones we've done in a while.
Yeah, she's pretty good, empty. She's easier to see the whole thing because it's a smaller area.
That fuzz is like not empty though.
That's home. There's always some fluid left over. There's no way to empty completely.
Yeah, so she is pretty clean though.
Yeah, she did really well. All right. Okay, just gonna get some of this air out before we come out of her stomach. That's the top of her stomach right there.
Oh, neat. Sucking the air out.
Yeah. Yeah, so she doesn't get colicky
From air, yeah.
Coming out now. Esophagus usually it's pretty not very exciting in horses, which is good. We don't want anything in the esophagus. I know, right? It's like, are you dizzy yet? That's a long way, even for a little girl like that. Perfect. Back to this, and then nose. Beautiful. Well, you know what? Good that we did this.
Girl,
'cause-
Rosie.
Hi. Sorry, did we interrupt your lunch? Oh. Good job, Jordy. Good job, Jordy. Oh, you're so great. Yeah. Easy, come on. Oh, good job. I know, scary.
Okay, here's from today. So again, some food in that colon, but
Yeah.
this is, she was moving a little bit,
Yeah.
but we don't have that.
Yeah,
That was where
there's
that big round.
ball.
Yep, exactly. So again, food in her colon, but definitely emptier, and I can pull up yesterday's. So you can see how much, how much more was there. And then that was
Yep,
that,
there's
big
that.
full area up
Absolutely.
front. So, yep.
Cool. Well, that's good to see.
Yeah.
After 7 days of taking care of Rosie, noticing her symptoms, trying to figure out what in the world is going on with her. The end conclusion and I guess diagnosis was she did have a case of colic. We're not sure why, what would have caused it, and there was probably some sort of a blockage. And after all the troubleshooting and testing and everything that was done, we did find that she has stomach ulcers. The stomach ulcers could have come from the pain that she was experiencing from the colic symptoms. Now moving forward, hopefully we can just, at home, we'll treat her for the ulcers. Hopefully that feels better. And then in 2 weeks, what we need to do is have blood drawn again to check and see how her liver is doing and everything else. And we'll just kind of go from there. So as of right now, we're really hoping that everything is just taken care of and that everything will go back to normal. But so fingers crossed, keep Rosie in your thoughts and prayers and stay tuned.
It's all hoisted by their feet to put them on the
Here's where they do surgery. And then this is a padded stall right here. How cool. That's really neat.
So yeah, so we'll lay them down in this padded stall here.
Okay.
Hoist them by their feet and then bring them out onto the table. And then when we finish, we'll hoist them again and go into the other stall, which is just like this one.
That is so
but
cool.
So they go down and wake up in a padded stall.
Wow.
So, and then I can show you guys in there. And we can, from here, put head and tail ropes on them that we can kind of help them from here, but stay out of harm's way.
Good job, Rosie.
I'm pretty sure you're trying to bribe me, Mom.
Good job, Mama. Come on. Come on, Mama.
Good
Good
job.
Woo.
Practice.
Okay. Here, you want this? You want a stinker? Rosie was much easier to load the first couple of times, but I'm just thankful that she trusted me enough to get in. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that it was helpful and maybe interesting to you to see the process of trying to diagnose what's wrong with our pony. And if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like, share it with your friends, comment below, let me know any situation that you've been through that was similar with one of your horses. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Rosie was very happy to get home, and she's definitely feeling so much better. You can really tell already. Just the brightness in her eyes and the spring in her step and the spiciness in her little attitude. So I'm very happy to see her back to herself again. I'll be sure to post updates as to how she's doing and show everybody the results of her blood work and how we treat a horse with gastric ulcers. So stay tuned. That video will be coming soon. I'd like to end this video by sharing my most sincere thank you to all the vets that did everything that they could to help with this pony. I know it's just an everyday thing for them to do this sort of stuff, but it really means a lot to me, the time and effort that they all put into it and just genuinely cared about this animal. So I really appreciate that so much. I'm also pretty thankful for everything that I learned through this whole process. This was so educational, and I really feel like learning something through experience is pretty priceless. Thanks so much for watching.